are sometimes harder than long sermons. In fact, when I was in ministry in school, the really great preachers could say it in a very short time. That's why I always preached a full hour. I wasn't one of the great ones. But I've enjoyed the ministry over 41 years. And remember the bracelets we had, and most everyone wore them? I don't know if you wore them. What did they say on them, those bracelets?
What would Jesus do?
Yeah, what was it though? It didn't say that. It was WWJD, right? You remember those? Anyone have one of those?
A lot of them.
I've got a hat.
I used to have one.
T-shirt.
In Sunday school, I learned this chorus. And Rosalie and I practiced it, but I'm not going to make you get up again. Huh?
Yeah, I know.
That chorus?
Yeah.
And I thought everyone in Sunday school or VBS learned this chorus, but Rosalie told me she hadn't heard it before. So the chorus is based on WDDD. And I want you to tell me what that is after we sing the chorus. WDDD. Okay? You ready? Okay. If you know it, sing it. Dare to be a Daniel. Dare to stand alone. Dare to have a purpose firm. Dare to make it known. Sing with me. Dare to be a Daniel. Dare to stand alone. Dare to have a purpose firm. Dare to make it. One more time. Dare to be what? Dare to stand alone. Dare to have a purpose firm. And there to make it known. Isn't that a great chorus? Teaches a wonderful truth. Dare to stand up like Daniel did. Dare to do it alone if you have to. Dare to have a purpose. How many of you went and saw the new movie that just came out? Was it good? Captive.
Oh, no, not
Captive? It was the story of the girl who was reading The Purpose-Driven Life when this man who had murdered 4 people came into her apartment. It came out yesterday, first time it's been out. It's called Captive, and it tells how he came to know Christ. It's hard for us to imagine that, isn't it? The suffering he caused, the pain in shooting the judge and the police officer. But dare to have a purpose. And that's what Rick Warren taught us all through his amazing book, The Purpose-Driven Life. Have a purpose in life because God has a purpose for you. And then what? Make it known. Not just know there's a purpose, but do something about it. So anybody know what WDDD stands for?
What?
Gracie?
What did David do?
What did what?
What did Daniel do?
That's it. Easy. What did Daniel do? You see, WWJD is what? It's a word that I looked up in the dictionary. It's the word hypothetical. Think about it. It's hypothetical. But WDDD is not hypothetical. Well, let's look what hypothetical means. It describes something that exists as a possibility, an unproven idea or theory. And when you think about it, that's pretty true. But Daniel was a great character of the Old Testament, and sometimes we just kind of cast the Old Testament aside, thinking we live in the New Covenant, which we do. But there's so many wonderful truths. And when we look at the great men and women of the Old Testament, we see a life that has left a legacy And that legacy has been left for us.
Amen.
And that's so true of Daniel. I want to read the first part, and I could take a lot longer. I'm going to skip a lot, but just remember, WDDD. We should make bracelets like that. In the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, Nebuchadnezzar, the king, came to Jerusalem and besieged it. I'm not going to read it all, but what did he do when he besieged the country of Jerusalem? He was from Babylon, you know. What did he do? What did he take?
Hostages.
What?
Hostages.
Hostages. That's what we call them today. Mostly young men. What kind of young men? Do you know?
Brilliant.
Huh?
Brilliant. Smart. The cream of the crop.
Brilliant. The cream of the crop. The best looking. The tallest. The most beautiful. It's interesting the Bible uses that description, but that's the way it is. And he took them and made them slaves, gave them jobs. And of course, like Wade said, some of them were so intelligent. But they put them through about a 3-year educational process in Babylon to learn all their ways. There was one thing that Daniel wouldn't do. Do you remember what it was?
He wouldn't eat the fancy meat
Right.
from the king.
He wouldn't eat the fat of the meat from the king. Now, he told the guy that was in charge, who was underneath the king, he said, look, just give me and my 3 friends. What were his 3 friends' names?
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Okay.